Estes erron con e de enetcomputers.com. Otro video para ti hoy. Another technology video. This one deals with, guess what? Another fucking printer problem. God, I hate printers. Fuck. Alright, let me read you verbatim the problem. All of a sudden, when we sent print jobs to our HP DesignJet 500 plotter, we get a message: operation cannot be completed, error 0x, and then I think 607F, something like that, 6 or 7 zeros and 7F. It seems like that error shows up on the computer. Here's a tip. It's not always absolutist, but there's a distinction between when you see an error on the printer display itself or on the computer. If you only see the error code on the computer, it probably is a software issue. Could be operating system issue, could even be hardware, computer hardware. If it displays the error only on the printer, a lot of printers nowadays have a small LCD display. Some of the cheaper ones do not, but it'll still flash an error code. It can. The errors will be shorter. That generally means that it's going to most likely be a printer problem, and most likely a printer hardware, but not always. It could be firmware, but so there's a tip. Alright, what computer? They were using Windows 10, Windows 10. Windows 10 is classic for problems, especially printers. Windows, here's a tip. You need to learn System Restore. Any Windows 10 update can take out your printer. So if you rely on printing, if you're a small business owner or whatever, even in a corporate environment, if you rely on Windows 10, you're mentally ill. I mean, learn System Restore, because Windows updates are notorious for fucking up printers. Alright, anything else? So they rebooted the printer, which you can reset a printer. Here's another tip. I'm giving you a lot of tips. I don't know why. I must be drunk or I don't drink alcohol, but maybe there's some drunkard in the neighborhood and the fumes have flowed through into my hotel room and now I'm tipsy. Some printers you can power cycle. Some printers I think might have a reset button, most don't, but a lot of printers have a power button. You know what I'm saying? You would hold it in a few seconds, it'll shut itself off, and then press it for a second, it'll boot up and, you know, properly initialize. Some printers are really cheap and they don't have a power button. So in that scenario, you would disconnect the power cable from the wall outlet. I don't want to make this video too long. Alright, next. I gotta move along. Alright, so they power cycled the printer. That didn't fix the problem. Now they claim that they reinstalled the driver. Well, that doesn't mean anything, because even on Macintosh, on both Windows and Mac and crap operating systems, there is a right way to reinstall printer drivers and there's a wrong way. It's not a duality per se. There's a proper way and there's a way that just doesn't do any good. Here's another tip. Don't always assume that if you just reinstall the printer driver on top of the existing installation, let's say you go and download the software again from the original equipment manufacturer's website, that's not going to necessarily fix the problem, because it could be a corrupt driver. Or on Mac and crap, it could be a corrupt, well, technically it'd be like a corrupt driver. Although I think on Mac and crap, I don't think the driver gets nearly as corrupted, but I could be wrong. So anyways, I gotta move on. I can't make this video too long. I'm giving you way too many tips. I don't know what my problem is. Okay, so this is a set of instructions I almost always give out. Now, they told me that they already power cycled the printer. That is one. So here's a tip. To properly power cycle a printer that might be having a problem, what you do is disconnect the power cable from the wall outlet and the printer itself if it's not a hardwired power cable. Then what you do is you press and hold the power button for 30 seconds to a minute to alleviate any possible electrostatic discharge. Then just let it sit there. Now, some technicians are different. Some 5 minutes, some 1 minute, some even 30 minutes. Just whatever you feel comfortable with. Me personally, I would say at least five minutes. Or you can go to the bar or conduct commerce with your local prostitute or whatever else you Americans are up to, perhaps surfing ashleymadison.com and cheating on your, significant other for the 10th time this week, and then come back and deal with the printer. So there is a tip to power cycle a printer properly. You know what I'm saying? But they had already power cycled it, so I was like, fuck it. Now, here's another tip. Disconnect the USB cable. If your printer is connected, somebody just walked by, so I have to monitor them. They could be one of these lunatic drunkards or drug addicts that are in this hotel. If it's connected via USB cable, disconnect it from, listen up, pay attention, disconnect the USB cable from both the printer and the computer. I've noticed once in a while I can fix a printer issue because I disconnected it from the printer. I don't know why that is. The connection just doesn't work. It just fails. And that's a quick fix. So I always give the both instructions. Disconnect the USB cable and then also, properly power cycle it the way I do, the long way. All right. Anything else? Now, if that doesn't fix, then I have another set of instructions. So here is my second set of instructions. Pay attention. Number one, since this is Windows 10, you want to properly remove and reinstall the printer driver. You don't just download it and install it over itself. Now, you could do that 100 times and you're not going to fix your problem, because the software could have became corrupt, or even the driver, or maybe both. What you do is you go into add apps and features, and then you remove all of the software for that printer. So in this instance, this is an HP 500 plotter. It's kind of a plotter printer. If you're familiar with a plotter, if you don't know what a plotter is, you probably don't need to know. I don't know why you'd be watching this video. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying? A plotter, yeah, it's a type of printer, but they're big and bulky. And anyways, but some of them, yeah, a lot of them you can connect to a computer. So completely remove all the software from apps and features, number one. Number two, go into printers and scanners. Double check to see if the printer still exists. During the removal of the software, it's supposed to remove the printer from printers and scanners, but on Windows 10, a lot of times it does not, because Windows 10 is a piece of shit operating system. That's probably why. If it's still listed, remove it. You just highlight it and you highlight, right click, and select remove. Remove the motherfucker. Step number three, the most important to me, is you use the command print UI space / I always get it wrong, space / S space / T2. Go in there, and then you're going to remove the driver manually. You know what I'm saying? So type the command into a run box, select your printer, and then click on remove. Select remove driver and driver package, click OK, and then click on yes, click on delete, download and reinstall the printer driver with the following link. I will include a link in the description box of this YouTube video, a direct link to the plotter download, so that you can download it again. And I will demonstrate just this once, but it's going to be really quick because I got to run. I'm already at the 10-minute mark, so I got to run, and I have to make sure I screen capture. And all right, so quickly, so there we go. They just walked by. Somebody just walked by again. It could be the same people. They could be lurkers. They could be stalkers. They could be these lunatic drunkards and drug addicts at this hotel. So you're gonna go apps and features. Well, come on, stupid. There. Stupid Cortana doesn't work the same all the time. All right, boom, come on, I gotta run. So you go and look for your printer, and then you can search for it, and then you would just click on it to select it, uninstall software. Make sure you remove every piece of software. A lot of these printer manufacturers, when you install the full suite of software, even the basic driver, it loads other software. So make sure you remove all of the software for, in this instance, it would be the HP 500 plotter. Next step would be to go to printers and scanners, which you can get, no you can't, apps and features you can get from there, but you can go back home and then go into printers and scanners. There's a search box there too. There's many different ways in Windows 10 to get where you need to go. Where do you want to go today, Aaron? How about I blue screen you to death, Aaron? You keep criticizing. You're a hypocrite, Aaron. God damn it. All right. So you would look here, printers and scanners. If the HP 500 plotter still is listed, you just select it and then click on remove device. I think you can right click. No, you can't right click. Anyways, so remove device. That's it. Boom, it's gone. Now the third and final step, run box, right click, select run, print UI / S / T2. Bam. Click OK. Boom. It takes you to the print server properties. It always, if you type in that command properly the way I just showed you, print UI / T2. There we go. There we go. Walking back and forth. We got one this evening. That's the third time. Somebody's walked by my hotel room 3 times since I've recorded this video. 3 times in 13 minutes. And the counter is ticking 13, 18, 19, 20. That could be one of these lurkers or these drug addicts at this shithole hotel. This dumpster fire. All right. It'll take you to the drivers tab. And look for your printer, select it, click on it, left click on it to select it and highlight it in blue. And then you would click on remove. Now you want to select the second one, remove driver and driver package. Click on OK. Then what you would do is click yes. Then you want to click delete. But I don't want to, I can't, but in your instance, this may be grayed out, it may not. So hopefully it's not grayed out. Click delete, and then you would say yes, and then hopefully it will get deleted. Now if it's grayed out, like in this instance, you know what? Now it's not grayed out. Anyways, I don't want to click on delete. All right, let me transition and then explain to you. All right, muy rápido. It may be grayed out. I would restart your computer, restart Windows 10, try it again. You may receive 2 errors. Number 1, you click on delete, it deletes, but then it tells you the INF file was not deleted. Ignore that. Who cares? as long as the driver is deleted. And then in that window, the printer should disappear. It shouldn't be listed anymore in Print UI. Another error, you might get an access denied error. I would restart Windows 10, excuse me. I should be more politically correct. Microcrap, microship, microslop, Windows 10. Okay. And then try it again. During when you went into apps and features and you went to remove the software, it's supposed to remove the printer from printers and scanners, but a lot of times it does not work. And then really you're supposed to reboot. You're supposed to restart your computer, especially with printer installs. When you remove the software, it'll tell you. A lot of times I try it and I get away with it, but so restart your computer. That might be why you get the access denied error. All right, and then you should be able to delete hopefully you'll be able to delete the driver. All right, anything else? And then obviously you're going to download the software. That I just gave you instructions on how to properly remove a printer from Windows 10. I've instructed my customers so many times that as long as they follow my instructions, it's a high chance that you're going to fix your problem. If that doesn't fix your issue, it could be something else. And then in this video, it might have been something else, but you know what I'm saying? So then you would just download the software and go ahead and reinstall it. Don't connect the plotter until the software installation prompts you to. All right, let's move along. They perform those steps. This is a thing I hate about these customers. They're just, I don't know what their problem is. Their brains are molasses. They said that, okay, I've done that. That's the only response I received. Okay, I have done that. Well, that doesn't fucking tell me anything. Well, did it fix your issue or not? Are you able to print now? Does the plotter work? Are you still getting that error? I had to ask them. It just... It did not fix their issue. So you know what I went and had them do? I had them, believe it or not, I had them go and check if there were any Windows 10 updates missing or available. And then I also had them run a system file check. And I also had them run a check disk scan. They said they were at work. Oh, this is a perfect time. I can't talk too long. A lot of these billion-dollar fascist, crooked, criminal corporations, they're cheapskates now. Even 10 years ago, even 15 years ago, when I still worked in information technology for these lunatic corporations, they became cheapskates. Now they're even more cheap. Or, well, that's not proper grammar, perhaps. They're cheaper. They're even greater stingy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of time a lot of times they require their employees to perform the I'm not making this shit up. A lot of companies now are requiring their employees to fix their own computer problems. They don't have help desks anymore. They might have a telephone number, like if it's a big enough company, but it will be in a different state. But as far as a real human coming to your desk and fixing this problem, now the employees they're so cheap they won't even hire a local computer tech. Like, let's say me, I'm a small business owner. I have my own business and I fix computer problems, and somebody calls me from a company and I just go in there one time and I charge $100 or $200 and I fix their plotter problem. No, they won't. Now the employee has to fix everything now, and they're completely fucking clueless. So I thought that was funny. Well, I'm at work. Well, goddamn it, Aaron, I'm at work now, but tomorrow I have to go to a cocktail party, Aaron, and I've got a lot of mistresses I need to fuck tonight, Aaron, and I'll do this tomorrow morning, Aaron. I'll report back, but thank you, Aaron. I don't know why I thought that was funny. It will have to be in the morning. I am needing to leave work now. I'm like, well, wait a minute. You're at work. Well, where's the help desk? Where's the desk side support technician? Where's your IT? Don't you have an information technology department? No. A lot of these companies are stingy as fuck. They always have been. They only care about profits. They probably make the, and I'm not dissing janitors. I'm not at all. That's every job is important, but they probably make the janitors, you know, fix the computer problems. Hey, they probably know more than an average stupid schmuck in sitting in a cubicle. All right, I digress. Back to this. And now I know that fixed the issue because they evaluated me. I received a high enough score that I received compensation. So that tells me that their issue was fixed. If I did not fix their issue with my instructions, they would have yelled at me. They would have threatened to, we get threatened. Yes, we get threatened on this website. They would have threatened me with a lawsuit. They might have threatened to swat me or whatever, you know, but no. So that's it. That's what fixed the issue. I will give you 2 bonus tips. I'm going to show you quickly how to kick off a system file check and a check disk. On Windows operating system, system file check and check disk are your friends. They may be dysfunctional, they may be drug addicted, they may be addicted to Microsoft's dumb shit marketing, but they are your friend. They are abstract, they might be a bit Looney Tunes, but they can fix issues. I gave you a lot of tips in this video. Get familiar. Learn how to use System Restore, learn how to use System File Check, and learn how to use Check Disk. They can be your friend in a time of need. When your boss warns you that your TPS report is due in on time tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. And if your TPS report is not in, or your plotter, you've got a big project for your boss and it includes a report or some kind of, you know, using a plotter. But your plotter just doesn't work now because it's got this fucking weird error. Well, your boss is going to bend you over tomorrow. He's going to sodomize your ass. He's going to fire you, and then he's going to call the police, and then he's going to contact human resources, and they're going to they're going to claim that you sexually harassed somebody, and they're going to sick their legal team on you. So you're in big trouble. Big trouble. Oh, and it was your fault because you were supposed to fix your computer problem because you're working for one of these stingy ass corporations now that require they require all their employees to fix their own computer problems. All right. I don't know why I get a kick out of that one. Okay, quickly. System file check. It's real easy. Real easy. So you open up a command prompt. On some versions of Windows 10, you right click and then select command prompt admin. You have to have administrator rights. You must have administrator rights in order to run a system file check. All you type in is this command, sfc /scan now. sfc /scan now. I don't know if you can really see that because you know what I could do is I could make the font bigger so you can see it. Since this video isn't really too long yet, it's getting there, but I've been able to control my commentary, which a lot of times I cannot. Color, let's see, I know it's in here. Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, there should be font. Oh, there it is. I'll make it large. Did you know that here's a quick tip. With the command prompt in Windows, you can change the color background, the text of the color, the color of the text and the background, and you can change the size of the window, and you can change the size of the font. Just it may make it a lot easier for you. Let's see if yeah, that's a little bit better. Is that better? Can you see that? I can make it even bigger. Settle down now, Aaron. Getting out of control, Aaron. What I really need from you, Aaron, is to shut that big mouth of yours up, Aaron. I've just about had it, Aaron. Alright, how about now? Here, I'll just blow it up. We'll just blow up this fucking goddamn computer. I'd love to blow up your premises, Aaron. After I fuck your wife, Aaron, I mean. Alright, there we go. So this is as large, it's 76, I think, is the largest font you can set. Get there, can you see the command now? There it is, SFC's, and then you just hit enter. I'll run it, it's not going to hurt anything. And that's almost too large, like I can't, oh my god, like I can't see everything now. let me shrink it. You need to see a shrink, Aaron, that's for sure. Okay. All right, we'll leave it at that. Ooh. Well, come on. There we go. All right. So that's it. It can take a while, half an hour, maybe an hour in isolated cases. And here's another tip. Run it 3 times. Run it 3 times. Run a system file check 3 times, because believe it or not, I found this tip like maybe 5 years ago or maybe longer, I don't know. Some technician claimed that when you run a system file check once with Microsoft, you're better off running it 2 or 3 times. You get better results. And I think they were correct, because I noticed it. If you run it once, it may say there's no violations. So, okay, quickly, what is a system file check? It's self-explanatory. Somebody just walked by. System file check. It checks only system files, only Microsoft operating system files, in this instance only Windows 10, and checks for corruption. If any of those system files are corrupt, it tries to either repair them or it tries to replace them with a good version in the cache. That's all. That's what it does. All right, that's it. I would run it 3 times, and then, yeah, there we go. We got another one. Walking back and forth. They're walking back and forth. Now that's 5 times. I've heard somebody walk by 5 times in 27 minutes. And if I was a betting man, it's probably the same person or the same people. This hotel ain't that busy until at night, when the drunkards and the drug addicts and the skeezers show up. And the hoochies and hickey hoes too. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to run a check disk. That will be my last tip. I gotta run. So same thing, right click, select command prompt admin, say yes, and what you're going to do is you're going to type in this command. I need to make the window, the layout, I need to make it wider. What the fuck did I just do? I think it's here. Yeah, I don't know what I did here. There we go. Another one. Oh, here it is. Somebody just walked by again. They don't fool me, man. Okay, here we go. Alright, so CHK DSK C : space /F space, there we go again. I'm not making this shit up, dude. I can hear them walking by. They just keep and now get this. All right, space /R, and then hit enter. Now you're gonna get a volume is in use. You should get a volume is in use. Check disk cannot run because the volume is in use by another process. Would you like to schedule this volume to be checked the next time the system restarts? Type Y for yes. I'm not going to, because I don't want to run it. But you would type Y for yes, hit enter, and then the next time you reboot, it should start check disk. Now I gave you the full check disk. Check disk checks also for file systems that become corrupt. It also checks for bad sectors. If it notices bad sectors, it will mark them as bad, and then it will try to move that data to another part of the hard drive. So check disk can be your friend, and I gave you the check disk space C colon space /F space /R. That's a longer scan. It could take hours. I would set aside hours, and it may not. You may schedule it properly. If it does not start, don't touch the keyboard. Restart the computer. It'll give you 10 seconds. Don't touch the keyboard, and then it'll start running. If it does not kick off, it doesn't get scheduled, try it again. Schedule it again, reboot the computer. Windows is so flaky and crappy. Sometimes you schedule a check disk and it doesn't start, so you have to schedule it again. It can take hours, depends on the size of your hard drive, depends on the health of your hard drive. There's been check disks that have taken days, but that's in a really bad case scenario. An average scenario, 2-3 hours. Yeah, somewhere around there. When it's finished, it has 5 stages. Just leave it alone. Go somewhere else. I don't know. Become a drunkard, become a drug addict, and walk back and forth 5 times in a row, and whatever you fucking Americans perpetrate. That's it, man. And so check disks can fix a lot. Here's another tip that I'm going to leave on. I don't ever give out advice. I don't recommend anything. I know in some of my videos I still use the word advice. I have to fix my language. I've become accustomed over the years to using the word advice. I'm trying to take it out of my vocabulary. Me personally, as a computer technician, I don't ever fucking give anybody advice. I don't fucking recommend anything. I don't recommend products. I don't recommend operating systems. Nothing. I just give out help tips. What I do is, when I fix a real world issue and I receive compensation and I get properly evaluated, I write a blog post a lot of times, and then I make a video, and because I know I at least helped one person fix their problem. And that's the only thing I do. And I give out tips. But that's it. You might, if you think it's productive, you might want to start using System File Check and Check Disk on a regular basis. Here, quickly, you might want to run a malware, spyware, virus scans, those 3. Number 4, run a System File Check once in a while. Number 5, run a Check Disk scan once in a while. That's what I do once in a while, and I don't have that many computer problems. Run those 5 scans, and that to me is proper maintenance, preventative maintenance. I know a lot of the YouTube technology shills, they don't like to speak about those subjects. They don't like to speak of preventative maintenance. You can alleviate a lot of problems by, number 1, malware scan. Number 2, virus scan. Number 3, spyware scan. Number 4, System File Check scan. Number 5, Check Disk scan. And number 6, make sure your firewall is turned on. Alright, I gotta run. So hopefully with this video and these instructions and my commentary, I don't give a fuck if I offended you, but hopefully you were able to fix your problem, and your Hewlett Packard 500 plotter now no longer has that ugly hexadecimal error, and it actually works now. Adios!